will finish this damn game. I will finish this game, and we're here now. Just my camera and shit. Wowie zowie McCowie. Where's my fucking emulator? You. Boom. Alright, give me this. Ugh. Ick! Rotation battles. Are you actually slobbing my fucking knob right now, bro? Motherfucker froze me. Oh, you're dead. Jesus, I'm like constantly missing all of my fucking moves, bro. I ever mentioned how much I hate this fucking format? Alright, well. You're dead. Death. That was not worth it. I don't need a fucking shiny stone. Nice flying types, idiot. Get put in a pack. I really just want to fucking finish with this fucking game and then do something else. How many fucking repels do I have left? Motherfucker lived? That's not allowed, bro. You probably don't die to the... You do die to a hidden power ice based. Nice. Alright, you're dead. How? Good one. Good one. Where'd you get that one from? The Fortnet? And fucking cringe liberal lipcuck? The Fortnet? Imagine being like the Fortnet. Imagine behaving in that way. What are you, stupid? You know, I'm starting to think I'm probably not in the correct place to try to get to Dialga. Ow. Yeah, I was gonna take a look at some of that stuff as well. See what's up with the Pope's fucking funeral. Because I mean, there's some wheeling and dealing happening in terms of these sort of diplomatic situations pertaining to our favorite East Europeans, or at least temporarily favored East Europeans. Okay, I'm fucking leaving this place. How the fuck do I get Dialga? Sure, I hope they just pick someone progressive. The good news is, the people who decide that stuff are handpicked by Francis. Yeah, I believe 108 of the 135 cardinals were consecrated by Pope Francis, the people who have voting control, so...
Where the nexus points are.
It appears that I've missed something. That's why, like, nothing is happening. Okay. Yeah, he's generally taking care of a lot of the corruption, which is why all the fucking conservatives don't like him, because he took out all of the corrupt conservatives. Because that's one of the main problems with the institution of the Catholic Church. It's all the fucking dumb fuck conservatives that were in power. As always. Nexus points, okay. So that's where both Dialga and Palkia are. Route 18 is where Palkia is. Missile Tree Cave is where Dialga is. So I believe the problem was they weren't spawned in. Alright. Yeah, it's all triggered. Normally won't appear unless you trigger the quest, or if you have a particular item to trigger them, or you need to go to a particular cutscene. That's how it works with this ROM hack. It's all triggered, like liberals. We all know how those lip cooks love getting triggered. That's right, brother. Man, why are there so many people who don't understand how fucking tariffs work? Oh, God damn it, I don't want to talk with you. Go away. I'm not interested in what you're selling. Every, like, stupid, dumb fuck, like, Trump supporter, like, gets into the comments saying, like, no, they're supposed, it's a bargaining chip, dude. It's like, no, the fuck, they're not. Is that what all the finance bros are saying? No wonder all those fucking idiots lose their money. Girder. Alright. Dialga's in here somewhere. We just gotta fucking find it. This motherfucker blocking my goddamn... Get the fuck out of here, Shuckle. Yeah, it's in here somewhere. Where are you, fucking Brontosaurus ass bitch? Because we also have the Adamant Orb. We have the Orb. We have everything that is necessary for Dialga to show up. There's a trigger somewhere. I know you're around here somewhere, puto. I will find you. There we go. Alright, we got our trigger. There he is. Alright. Now we're gonna have to just talk with Looker. We found Looker, so... Hey, big guy. Hey, big man. Yoink. Alright. That's Dialga. Now we have to go get Palkia. Or really, you only have to get Dialga, but let's also just get Palkia out of the way. Once you have the two of them, you can also get Giratina. Once you have the three of them, you can get, Arceus, but you need to finish the quest line first. Although, honestly, with the quest line, you get, what? If you finish the quest line, just this part of the quest line, you don't have to go get Palkia. Palkia is unnecessary. Wait, Twist Mountain is where the Lustrous Orb is. Wonderful. Because you need the Lustrous Orb. Do you even want to think about getting to Palkia? You need the orb. Well, we have to go through a pain-in-the-ass maze in order to get a fucking orb. So I will talk shit on Palkia because of that. That's an ice stone. What's this? This is a different part of Twist Mountain. Okay, well, we have a strength puzzle. Well, let's just observe our surroundings first. Can't go this way. Okay, so we need to push this stone. Don't have anyone that knows strength. No, Palkia is very, very entrenched. It very much so knows about its orb. It very much so knows about that orb. It's kind of intrinsically linked with the Pokemon. You don't have the orb, good luck getting Palkia. Good luck even thinking about looking at it. The orb? Kind of everything about it. There's Regigigas. Hey, big man. Yeah, you need to get the other 3 Reggies before you can even think about waking up this guy. So we found Regigigas, I guess. That's what the purpose of this puzzle is. I don't care about you, though. Yeah, he ain't waking up unless you get the other 3, so he can just chill for there for now. That guy, he ain't waking up. And that could be the lustrous orb right there. Found Psych Up. Negricius Orb is supposed to be in Dragon Spiral Tower. Like, where in Dragon Spiral Tower? What's this area? What do we have here? Nice. I think I'd fucking... Eject button. It's not at all what I want. potential problem could be also, if I'm not going back to talk with the looker, it's possible that the orb might not be spawning in. That's another thing that these games like to do as well. We're gonna have to go back to talk with looker first. I'm pretty sure he's gonna want you to catch all of them. Yep, Mount Palkia is now next. Yeah, getting to Route 18 is not the problem. We have to find the orb. Oddly dressed woman appeared. Alright, we have to find an oddly dressed woman. So we have to be sexist. Got it. Understood. Sexism engaged. Very critical, very important, obviously. Alright, women. I love women. Do you love women? I love women. Bro is blocking the door. It's not where we want to go. That's Claire. It's Claire. Alright. We found our oddly dressed woman. Go away. Hi, Claire. Yes, your bloodline. Yeah, I beat his ass already. I mean the Luster Sword. She wants to battle. Of course she wants to battle. Do I record this? Gives a shit about Claire. Huh? It lived because of the multi-scale, but it's dead anyways, so that's a double down. I'll take the Lustrous Orb. Goodbye, Claire. Alright. Next is going to be Giratina. Alright. Yeah, don't worry, Looker. We know that eventually you're gonna time travel, bro. Hi, N. Oh, the goons! This is the actual end fight. It's the actual Genesect. When do you get Earthquake? Okay. Get your goofy ass out of here. And get the live. Lived because it's fat as shit. Alright, go away. Boy Meets Mini, who do you think that these three Pokemon are connected to? Very specific reason why we're going after these three. Yeah, if you take the other two, and if shit's going on with the other two, Giratina tends to appear to set it right. Only if it becomes really, really bad does Arceus tend to step in. But it has to get really bad. Still don't know where the hell Thundurus is. Whatever. We're off the Dragon Spiral to get the Gracious Orb. I'll take care of this. It's probably near the top. That used to be an area with like a bunch of different orbs, but it's not there anymore. Killing myself in a video game. Hello. It's one of the sages. This is who we're looking for. Hi, Zinzalin. Yeah. It's the new staple of Pokemon. Time travel, where everything's just fucking stupid. Stupid. And in that timeline, Zinzalin actually hates Team Plasma. Does not approve of Getsus. Hey! Get your ass back here! Hey, where do you think you're going, you little shit? Oi! Hey, come back here. I'm gonna get you, you worm fuck. You six-legged bastard. It appears in the tower. It's not happy that we have its orb. It was probably hunting down Zinzalin. Hey. Hey, asshole. Nani? Yeah, I know, you're pissed. You're pissed that we have your orb, because you were trying to get it back from the other guy who pilfered it. Come here. allow? Locust around here somewhere. You just need to find his dumbass again. What was that? There's a shadow there. That was weird. Hey, asshole. Where do you think you're going? Now he's looking. So yeah, now we have to go to the nature preserve. That's where they're at. At a rock. Just there we go. Jesus. God damn it. I don't care. I'm gonna put you in your place, child. Death. God damn it. Monkey. Bye-bye, monkey. Don't you try to raw focus punch me, you butthole. Get the hell out of here. Don't you ever disrespect me like that ever again. Goofy looking head ass. Damn it. Sauce buck, more like sauce cock. Nee. Nee. Do you want that item? Well, it's the end of Pinwheel. God damn it. What do you... Get! Yo, nice fucking little shitters you got there. It'd be a darn shame if they got annihilated. Bro fucking sucker punched me? Get the hell out of here. Stop sucker punching me. I don't like it. Not to say what. Do you also have fucking sucker punch? No. Go away. Don't have sturdy. Fucking unsturdy. I'm lucky. This is the other part of Pinwheel, I believe. Another wave crash? Interesting. Hi. It's our favorite little hedgehog. Oh, you can now grab the Gracidea flower. We did talk to... Oh, it was Gardenia. You talked to Gardenia to make it spawn. And then you talked to her again to give you the Gracidea flower. Oh. You found our favorite little hedgehog. Our little guy. No, that is not Sonic. Too slow. And green. Yes, I am being racist. I will go to hell! I am being colorist. What the fuck is this stupid ass rock? I will go to hell. Could be up here. Fucking kill this chicken. Fuck you, chicken. You got a slow ass chicken. Fight these people. I don't care about them. Just die. Just die! Death! There he is. Really? I have to see every fucking Pokemon in the Pokedex in order to get a fucking permit to go to the... Goofy ass fucking game, bro. Alright, who are we missing? Have I not actually seen fucking Palpitoad of all fucking things? Really? I've not seen Palpitoad of all fucking things. So what? There's Palpitoad, there's, we're missing an evolution. Cleffa. Palpitoad, Cleffa. It's not Sylveon. Sylveon doesn't exist in this game. Glaceon. I don't have a fucking Glaceon. Palpitoad. Glaceon, Palpitoad, Cleffa. And fucking Igglybuff? Oh, and another one. This should be Keldeo. So it's Keldeo, it's Igglybuff, Cleffa. Because again, we got Victini. Victini is number 0, so technically we have 301. Because Victini's number 0. Okay, where is it? Igglybuff. Doesn't spawn in the wild. Lovely. Cleffa. We just have to see them. Is there a trainer that has them? No. I have to fucking breed these things in order to fucking do it. This is, okay. This is fucking cringe. I'm not gonna lie. This is omega fucking cringe. It's just unnecessary fucking time for, like, nothing. It's very dumb, it's very stupid. But yeah, obtain access to the nature preserve. Complete the Pokedex to obtain the Azure Flute. Yeah, you need the Azure Flute in order to get to Arceus, because that is the thing that brings Arceus into the world. It's a flute. Why'd I get a YouTube comment saying I'm fucking a bargain bin Asmongold? That doesn't make any fucking sense. I disagree with everything Asmongold fucking stands for. It doesn't make any fucking sense. What, just because I have long brown hair? I don't even have the same facial hair. I take a shower every day. Bro, what? Yeah, if anything, fucking, Asmongold is an imposter for me. I fucking comb my hair. My hair is still fucking a bit of a mess, but... No, it's all because, like, all the dipshits don't understand, like... You know the video of talking about how, a lot of American men want women to go back into the house and think of the tariffs as a justification in order to do that? That's where that's coming from. They want to use the tariffs as a justification to send women back to the fucking kitchen. Because, again, they believe that if a lot of women get fucking fired, because they're the first to probably go because of, you know, patriarchal standards, but they're never gonna fucking admit to that shit, ever. Right? Broadly speaking. They'll never admit to that. So, I've not faced many of the trainers in this area. They may have baby Pokemon. Seeing if I can maybe get some potential stinky cheese here. So what was I saying? Yeah, so the problem is that a lot of people seemingly think that, okay, well, we want to force women into relationships with us because we're too afraid of having to actually put in effort in order to build a fucking relationship, right? That's the sort of position that a lot of, like, stupid, dumb fuck incels hold. So, because of that, they see the tariffs as a way to, you know, do that. That was the argument that fucking, one Twitter thread was positing. And I'm just like, okay, I can understand the argument that's being laid out here. I don't think it's entirely the case, but yeah. You know, it's more complicated than that. Obviously. The problem is that a lot of men had a problem with this because, again, for them the misogyny is the point. They just want to be misogynistic. Which is where I do agree with what that Twitter thread was saying. I do believe, and I agree with the position, that a lot of American men specifically want the tariffs to go into place to force women back into the kitchen. I don't think that's ridiculous or a hyperbolic statement. But since all these dumbasses are triggered little fucking snowflakes and they have to get triggered... what are you, fucking triggered, liberal? Are you triggered? They have to throw a fucking hissy fit about it. It's very dumb, and I think, like, the argument laid out there, I think, is pretty fucking reasonable. I missed 2 sleep powders in a row. Nice. Well, good thing this is a Woobat, so it having +6 with Nasty Plot is pretty much irrelevant. Because it's a fucking Woobat. And it's like 20 levels down on the rest of my Pokemon. I don't think facing all these dumb... I think I just have to fucking just deal with fucking having to breed the stupid 2 babies. Let's find out where we can get a Palpitoad. We just have to see it. Like, that's it. So it's Cleffa, Palpitoad, Igglybuff, and Keldeo. So we have to find Keldeo. That's gonna be one of the bigger pain in the asses. And we defeated the Shadow Triad. We got the Secret Potion. Zenmo Darmanitan. We have to get the Pledge Grove. Let's just get Keldeo out of the way. Keldeo, Pokemon, Volt, White, 2. Zekrom. I want Keldeo. Keldeo's in Flockacy. Okay. So I don't know where the dumbass fucking garden it's in is. It's right here. Like, literally right at the early part of the game. Oh. I see. No, it's the Flockasee Ranch. It's right here. Alright. Hey, asshole. Actually, we'll catch this thing. It's a Zenmo Darmanitan. Only time when you can catch this thing. We'll grab it. Thing is about as rare as a legendary Pokemon. It's right here. Alright. Hey, little guy. It's not the swag version of Keldeo. But that's Keldeo. Now you have a good one, Alder. You have a good one, buddy. Yeah, this Keldeo has been fucking up this rock. Alright, that's Keldeo. Arguably one of the easier things to grab. What else do we need? Yeah, that's Palpitoad. There we go, Keldeo. Igglybuff, Palpitoad, because all we have to do is just see it. We don't have to catch it. Catching it is unnecessary, even though we could just catch it. It doesn't matter, though. We just have to see it. Glaceon. So we need an Eevee. I do believe I have an Eevee, and I have an Ice Stone, so that'll be done instantaneously. I have a Clefable. Then we just need to find a Ditto. And I do believe I know where there is a Ditto, so we can just throw it in there, cook up an egg real quick, and then done. Hey, asshole. Hey, asshole. Do I not have an Eevee? I don't have an Eevee. Never mind, we're gonna have to go get an Eevee. So, Basshole. Yeah, we've pretty much caught, honestly, we have caught most of the legendary Pokemon. And mythicals that exist. You too, asshole. Oh, and also I discovered that the Deoxys within Glacial Chasm keeps respawning every single time. It just keeps respawning. So yeah, if you have a way to be able to just push your way through the Zen mode Darmanitan, you can pretty much gain Keldeo instantaneously. But you don't have that? Well, sucks to suck, right? guess another thing we could actually get out of the way real quick is we can head to the strange house and do that puzzle. Because when I was trying to find Cresselia, it turns out for that, what I was doing wrong is I didn't complete the puzzle of Strange House. What are you doing up in my strange house? This place is really weird. Just a strange, well, house. But yeah, basically it's like there is a path for you to follow. Just follow the path forehead. Brother, you can get out of the house, my man. Yeah, quite literally, forehead, just follow the path. And you have accomplished, you have done the puzzle of Strange House. Yeah, there's something at the end, obviously. Typically. But I think I already grabbed Shadow Ball from here. I think we got to the point of the puzzle where we had the little girl appear. Which means you're like halfway done with the puzzle. So now that reoriented itself because we went backwards. There's an area that we're supposed to like enter or something. Everything just got completely reset. Staircase to the left, okay. Re-enter the basement. We re-enter the basement. You can't proceed, you have to go back up like this. And that should open the middle door, but the middle door isn't being opened. Unless I'm just a dumbass, not seeing something here. That's blocked. Blocked. Alright, we also have to find the lunar wing. A hole? Oh, there is a hole. Never mind. I'm just a dumbass. Never mind. I'm just an idiot. I'm a stupid, dumb idiot who doesn't know how to play this game. No, I'm here for the lunar wing. I care about nothing else besides the lunar wing. Alright, we're out of here. That puzzle is literally just follow the path forehead. I just didn't see the path. Alright. Didn't want to use the super repel. Moon duck. That's the moon duck. Now we can get Darkrai as well. By going back to the strange house. Puzzle. Darkrai should be in the final room. Oh no, I need Cresselia in the party. Never mind, we need to go get Cresselia. Cresselia has to be in the first slot. Right, because Cresselia is the thing that typically draws out Darkrai. Alright, we got the duck. We got El Quacker. We got the Quacker. Quack, quack, motherfucker. I know that there's supposed to also be another trainer in here, but, who the fuck cares? Alright. Hey, come here, asshole. Yeah, now we're learning the story of the little girl who died here. And Darkrai has just been giving her nightmares. Oh, and also, it was trying to basically find another alive person for it to, well, snack on your dreams. So it put that girl to sleep. Cresselia wasn't there, because the only thing that's going to wake you up from Dark Void is Cresselia. That's it. That's the only thing that can wake you up. Now, they present this relationship as, like, an evil relationship between, like, Cresselia and Darkrai. Darkrai, depending on the Darkrai, isn't always malicious. There. We've, saved that spirit who died. But yeah, Darkrai is not always malicious. It just basically can't help its existence. Because sometimes, if there's a Darkrai in a village, it'll cause, basically insomnia for everyone. It can't really help that. It can't really do anything about that. So typically, Cresselia will just be like, hey bro, I got you, fam, okay? Listen, I understand that you are what you are, and you can't really help yourself about that, so, here you go. Is it under a curse? That's not really specified. But sometimes Darkrai is malicious, and sometimes it's not. Like in the anime, the most recent depiction of Darkrai, it was not malicious. It was just like, well, I'm haunting this town because, I don't know, I'm trying to find my bro Cresselia, and everyone else is blaming me because everyone has insomnia because I keep giving everyone bad dreams, because that's just kind of my shtick. I give people bad dreams. I can't do anything about that. Because there were some poachers that were trying to poach the Cresselia, and they almost got the Cresselia. This is the most recent... season before the, Gen 9 season of Pokemon. Darkrai was trying to find Cresselia, because Cresselia is the, they were, traveling butt buddies. And so, Cresselia was just like, okay, what are we going to do? Fuck. I can't really do anything about the fact that, I put everyone to sleep. So the town was trying to hunt down the Darkrai, while Darkrai was trying to find Cresselia. And so, Ash and them, they end up finding, the Cress. They help out the Cress. Obviously, the poachers tried to also catch the Darkrai and the Cresselia, and, our intrepid protagonists ended up winning in the day because it's Pokemon. Also, there is side quest content. Anvil Town. Okay. No, I don't want this. I want this straight. Yeah, because there was someone who said, like, oh no, my whatever the fuck is permanently asleep. Which means one thing, obviously. There's only one motherfucker who can take care of that problem. It's Cresselia. See? This was the, she's not dead. No, she's just been permanently under a curse. I don't know why the fuck Byron's here. Yeah, she didn't die. Oh, so she fell off the bridge. She got saved by Cresselia. Cresselia lost one of its wings. The wing ended up in the strange house. As a result of the wing being in the house, Darkrai goes to investigate. Because Darkrai is the foil to Cresselia. And when she was trying to get the wing to return it to Cresselia, Darkrai found her, put her to sleep. Because that's just what Darkrai does. She got recovered and was sent home. Well, to here. And obviously she was being tormented by Darkrai, because Darkrai does just what Darkrai does. That is torment people in their sleep. Because this is Darkrai. So, then, you go into the strange house. You do the puzzle, you get the lunar wing. You beat the game, because you have to beat the game to get to Cresselia. You go to Marvelous Bridge, you get the Cresselia. The Cresselia is just like, hey, yo, that's my feather, bro. But you got that, fam. And I'm just like, bro, I just found it in this house, man. And it's just like, I got you, bro. And then, you know, you get the Cresselia, you catch the Darkrai, you save the girl. There you go. Because Darkrai is fucking pissed that you're taking his eats from him. He's like, bro, why are you taking my eats, fam? What the fuck? Those are my eats. I eat dreams. It's my thing. It's what I do. Or rather, I just cause nightmares. That's just my thing. What the heck? And bro basically gets mad and tries to attack you. There you go. Yeah, we saved the little girl from, well, death, basically. Alright, well, that little side quest aside, done. What were we doing? We were trying to complete the Pokedex. Alright, we need a Palpitoad. Castilia's Sewers was Surf. No, because it's not the correct area. Pinwheel Forest outside. Okay, so outside of Pinwheel Forest, we can get Palpitoad in the wild. Okay, so back here we go. Can we fucking... I'm surprised I've not seen Palpitoad. But here's Pinwheel. It's in the grass here then. 20% chance. All we have to do is see it. We don't have to catch it or anything. I'm ready to never get this fucking thing. Get like the dumb fuck. This is 20%, guys. Really? We're getting constant 4% right now? 20%. That's a... That's a 5% right there. Okay. We got a 5er. Okay, we got a 10. This is the second, like, tied with the most common. Girder being also a 20% encounter rate. That's a shaking spot. That's the common spawn yet again. Alright, well, we're just getting fucking unlucky right now. We're just getting... The game is just fucking with me right now. I should go to the darker grass, actually, because with darker grass, it's double battles, and I have twice the chance of encountering what I need. Have I ever mentioned how much I hate this game sometimes? Maybe once or twice. And also, it's not always a fucking whatever the fuck. Please! This is actually so cringe. Eukaria City, all fucking seasons. There's only like 3 different spawns. Okay, we're gonna go there instead. It's in the water. So there's grass here. That's Dragon Spiral Tower. I know there's water around here somewhere. I swear to fucking God. Well, that's a Stunfisk. Oh wait, no, this is normally where the fucking swampland is because of... but it's winter. Never mind. This game is just being a bastard right now. Yeah, the game is being a bit of a bastard right now. Bro, I just want to see it. I don't even have to, like... I just have to see it. There it fucking is, little asshole. Okay, we're gone. Fuck this stupid fucking... Okay, that's Palpitoad. Okay, we have Glaceon left, and the two babies. Eevee is in the wild. Abundant Shrine 5%. Castilia City 10%. Those are better odds. That's gonna be in the area by the Castilia sewer, so... We go here, we go catch an Eevee, we evolve it with an Ice Stone. That's easy. So I never got an Eevee. So into the sewers. God, there's so much bullshit God, I have to always fucking do in this goddamn game, dude. Why did I put the rappel back on? That was very stupid. No, I do not want to use another rappel. Alright, now we just need to find an Eevee. Find an Eevee, catch an Eevee, use an Ice Stone on an Eevee. Can we stop hitting shaking spots? Keep fucking hitting shaking spots. Shaking spots are actually fucking useless to me. Can we get an encounter? Thank you, finally. I'm gonna catch this now, actually, because we'll need it. Find the Ditto as well. Doesn't matter, any old Ditto will do as well. Doesn't matter what kind of Ditto, just a Ditto. We just need a Ditto. Fucking shaking spot, bro. Please! I'm getting fucking trolled by this game right now, dude. 10%'s an uncommon. It doesn't also help that this area, just like in terms of like grass density, fucking sucks. Please! I don't want the shaking spots. Stop trolling me. Fucking shaking spots, bro. Stop showing up in the same spots, you fucking asshole. Well, that's a double battle, but neither of the things I'm looking for. Well, we found one of the rare spawns. It's a 5% encounter rate. Nice. God, fucking go the fuck away. I don't care about you, Audino. Suck my fucking entire cock and balls and gooch. Jesus Christ, get away from me. Fucking double Butterfree. Alright, that's a double rare encounter for the double battle. There we go. Finally. Jesus. Alright. Glaceon. Now we need to find a Ditto. I believe you can acquire a Ditto from a trade. And you can also find Ditto in the wild. It is a 10% encounter rate in Giant Chasm, where Plasma's airship is. So that won't be too bad. Who's ready to go see Deoxys for the, like, 6th fucking time? Because it will be there. There will be a 6th fucking Deoxys, because it just keeps spawning there for some reason. Even though you can't change its forms. I don't actually know. But yeah, you know, we'll just, we'll do the meme real quick. Real quick. Quick meme. Get an immediate rare encounter. Nice meme. You have Clefable for you. Hey, asshole. Those are the two other uncommon encounters, is Snover and Matang. Another Matang, lovely. I'm looking for a pink blob. No, that was not too bad. Got a pink blob. Alright, we have all of the tools necessary. And we even have a flame body Pokemon to hatch the eggs pretty fast. Volcarona. So let's head back to daycare, which is around here, I think. Yes, this is the direction I want to go in. Daycare. All right. In this damn Pokedex. You. If the Ice Stone doesn't work, we go into Twist Mountain, but the Ice Stone should work. Do I not have any Ice Stones? Did I pass it by accident like a complete fucking dumbass? Ah! I found it. I'm just a dumbass. Alright, there we go. We got a Glaceon. That's literally the only purpose of having the Ice Stone in this fucking game. Alright, Glaceon. Done. Yeah, that's always the case for anything with Ditto. They don't like each other, so it's going to take a little bit of time for the egg to generate. It's the slowest cycle. There's no real indicator, you just have to do a bunch of steps and they'll get an egg eventually. This is the only way you get the babies. We'll just leave the Ditto in there. The other can stay, I don't care. We're just gonna leave the Ditto in there. And now we grab our Clef. One left. Now, hatching that egg would have taken a lot longer if we didn't have the Flame Body Pokemon in the front. It reduces time by about 50%. Those two idiots will produce an egg eventually. You'll make the egg eventually, I know you will. It's being picky right now. The game is being real fucking picky. It shouldn't matter if it's a Clefairy or a Clefable in there. It's just the game is being exceedingly cringe right now. There should have been an egg right now. I guess the cycle for this one is just very, very long. Because it would say, like, for it to not produce an egg, to have that cycle, the two Pokemon have to absolutely despise one another. Or it's like something along those lines. We don't have that line, they just don't like each other very much. If they don't like each other very much, it's the longest cycle. And with Ditto, that's every single Pokemon. Back my Clefable, thank you. No, you can have the Ditto. But this should be number 301. 301 because, like I said before, Victini is number 0. Now, normally this quest should still work without having to get Victini, but I'm not sure. Victini should not be a prerequisite for the, to be able to get into, whatever the fuck. Nature Preserve. However, it wants you to get Keldeo, Meloetta, and a Genesect. So, it might be a little different. And there's Cleffa. Alright, we're out of here. We can now actually continue on with the game. we're gonna have to prepare a team for fucking N and Getsus. Because that's what is next. It's N and Getsus. Yep, this should work. Our Unova Pokedex is at 301. Done. Permit. That is what we want. Time. N gets us Herbert Hilda. That's it. We will be done with this fucking game. And then I have to yap about shit. And then it's back to the fucking editing mines. My favorite mines, the editing ones. Yep, the content mines. Me with my big ass fucking backlog of shit. So this will have N, but this isn't the correct N. It's not the correct N. I just need to know the teams. Because it's not in the documentation. Now, with Getsus's team should be the same. I don't think Getsus changes, but N is different. But yeah, this is alternate universe Getsus and N. I guess there's also the, I forgot. There's actually another 2 fights. So, of course, besides Morimoto and Nishino, who else is in the game? The developers are also in the game. There's Drayano and Alphex Cubed. They also have fights in this game. But do I want to do them? Nah. Okay, first you face N. And it's a double battle. In the 90s, okay. So 97, 97 for the 2 initial legendaries. Darmanitan makes sense. He grew up with a Darmanitan. So it makes sense he has a Darmanitan on the team. Next is Conkeldurr. Another Conkeldurr. 2 Conks. And Genesect. So 2 Conkeldurrs, the legendaries he had initially, and a Darmanitan. Okay, that's N. That's not too difficult to deal with. Oh, not 2 Conkeldurrs. Zoroark. Because he grew up with a Zorua and a Darmanitan. So yeah, he has a Zoroark. And then Getsus should be the exact same. Should be Kophagrigus. Hydreigon. Hydreigon, he should have a Genesect. He might have Kyurem. I don't think he'll have Kyurem. And then what? Gyarados and Machamp, probably? No, he has Kyurem. Okay, he does have the Kyurem. So Kophagrigus in the lead. Then there's the Kyurem in the back. Hydreigon. Genesect. Electros. Right, okay. And the Drapion. Okay. So, alright. And it's a 12v6. I want to lead with... I like Garchomp because it'll pretty much on its own, it should just be able to shit on the lead. The two legendaries, you just Earthquake them, they just die. And a Flyer in the back, pick off anything that might live. I was thinking either I could put in Hydreigon or I could put in Togekiss. Hydreigon or Togekiss can work. Because N's team is very, very weak to Earthquake. Because he's got, like, no immunities to Earthquake whatsoever. And then, of course, like, when the actual fucking Getsus fight happens, we'll come up with some other shit. So, I can either do, like, Excadrill or I can do, like, Excadrill Togekiss or Garchomp Togekiss. Either one is okay. Those two alone should be able to take on N pretty easy. Because N is not my concern. I could care less about N. N is not that scary, I'll be honest. Because I just click the Earthquake button and things just die. And we have the Togekiss to take care of the Conkeldurr. While Garchomp is just sitting there Earthquaking everything. I want to put you two like this, actually. And then we have... So these two alone should pretty much just be able to solo N. Everything else can be used to take care of Getsus. And I like my own Hydreigon against Getsus. Well, he's gonna have the fucking Kyurem. Kyurem is very annoying. Scizor will be easily able to take on Kyurem. And, of course, the Genesect. Genesect is also very, very annoying. Just used the counter I used before, and that was my Chandelure. I'll use Chandelure for, that. Where's Chandelure? That's what I did for Getsus before. We have a ground type already for the Drapion, so I'll check that. The Electros. Electros is not that concerning, to be honest. And the Hydreigon. We have a Fairy type for the Hydreigon. I can bring in extra stuff, it doesn't really matter. I do want a Dark type, I think. Yeah, I think I do want a Dark type. Just bring Hydreigon. That's what I did last time. Hydreigon and Kophagrigus. I just want to see what set the, what... Are you physical, or are you special? It's got coil, it's physical. Okay, so we take you, and we take, what I did last time. So we take Hydreigon, and we take Kophagrigus to 1v1 the Electros. This should be pretty easy. Like, I don't think this fight's gonna be really hard. Then there's Herbert and Hilda, which we do have documentation on. I mean, everyone's already level 100, pretty much. And the cap for this is 99. I mean, like, in terms of the differences between 99 and 100, in terms of offensive and defensive stats. This is where, like, the formula basically just doesn't really matter all that much anymore. So we'll just bring everyone up to 100. All right. It's time. Teams assembled. Let's go. This should be relatively easy. What's up, boys? What's up, boys and girls? There's the Azure Flute. That's for Arceus. Alright, well, we'll need that, because, Alright. Alright. It's been a long time coming, but we're finally here. But yeah, this is the nature preserve. And there's the dorks. No, there's a bunch of Pokemon in here and shit, right? Herbert and Hilda, we need to have Surf and, you need Surf and Waterfall to get to them. So we're gonna have to cook up something in order to get to Herbert and Hilda. Alright. It's time. The actual end fight. This fight shouldn't be too hard. I think this fight's gonna be relatively easy. Alright, chat. Say hello, YouTube. YouTube. Alternate N and Getsus. So obviously in this game, in Volt White 2 Redux, they decided to do a little bit of trolling with N and Getsus. Just a little bit of trolling. Just a little bit of trolling. Alternate Looker quest line in order to get to them, and you know they want to basically take over all the universe, all the multiverse, with Arceus that they pilfered, basically. You know how it is. This is the team, and is a double battle, and Getsus is like basically the same Getsus as before, but he has Kyurem instead of, I think, Machamp. Instead of Machamp, he has a Kyurem. He also doesn't have Gyarados. It's like his Black and White 1 team, except like two things change. And that's the Genesect and the that's the Genesect and the Kyurem. Those are the changes. Alright, going in. Yes, yes, they all anticipated this. Hello, Getsus. And the Shadow Triad. I believe the Tandor region and the Boreas region are references to two other ROM hacks, I think. I don't remember exactly which one's which. Boreas, I think, is like Pokemon Unbound, I think. And I don't know about Tandor. Yeah, they're just, invading people. What's up, assholes? What's up, bitches? How is he able to have control of Arceus despite not having an Azure Flute? Yeah. Just, you know, YOLO swag. Don't look at that plot hole. Yeah, we got our own goons. The goons! Yeah, that's the one and only. Yeah, come on, we're gonna scrap. Oh yeah, my goons get taken away by his goons. Sure, man. Nah, I live. What's up? I got the flute. I got the flute. I got the flute. Now fuck you. No flute for you. No, not today, Satan. This is the actual end fight. Not that mid-boss shit. This is the real end fight. Alright. So if everything goes according to plan, these two should get absolutely RKO'd by an earthquake. Ah, there's an air balloon, eh? Okay. So we have to do this instead. Just pick up the Zekrom and, Reshiram shouldn't really be able to do anything. We could probably just try to fish for a flinch. I do not like that. A +2 speed, assumably the Reshiram should be able to outspeed me. I would have liked to have just been able to stay in with Garchomp and just click moves. But we're gonna have to start doing some shenanigans now. Stall at the tailwind. That's not a Conkeldurr. That's a Zoroark. Oh, they're double targeting the Togekiss. Not today, Satan. I think what more than likely is going to happen is a double target of Scizor, because they both see Fire Move, Fire Move, Fire Move. And can just take it out. Not today, Satan. That's the easiest call of life right there. Now they're gonna try to take out the Togekiss more than likely. Let's take out the Reshiram now. Tailwind, that's the actual Calder. Calder probably lives here. The Darmanitan is definitely not living. Not sure what moves the Conk has. That's fine. There's the Genesect. Garchomp should outspeed me, be able to go for the Earthquake, which means I can get a slower U-turn off here. I don't know if this thing has like Mach Punch or some shit. I'm gonna use it on Genesect because it's just like, oh, it could have a Focus Sash. If I knock it down to Sash, I don't think I do knock it down to Sash. Light Screen. Okay. That's fine. This game is over. Down goes N. Oh, we have to do a little adjustment because of the air balloon, but it worked out. Down goes N. That's one. Now for the Puto Maximo. No. Alright. Come here, Satan. Now... yeah, I don't get healed. The question is does this thing still have the same moveset? Is it gonna go for Trick Room here? No, it doesn't. T-spikes, huh? Okay. It's fine. We don't have anything to clear the T-spikes. But we don't have too much that's affected by the T-spikes. Just cure him. We have speed cure him. We can just go for U-turn here. Could also go for Draco. But we have a pretty clean answer to this thing. Chandelure being a bit low is not ideal. It's fine. Chandelure being a little low is not ideal for the Genesect, but this thing probably has Earth Power. Does not have Earthquake. Could I go for a Swords Dance and just take it out? Dragon Dance, but with Focus Blast and Earth Power. Not great. See a nerd. Probably could have gone for another Swords Dance. So he probably has Flamethrower. Pull a double here. Go Chandelure into Hydreigon, probably. Here's where the speed, where the levels actually do matter. I outspeed this thing because I'm one level higher. Bullet Punch would not have taken that thing out of full health. Play perfectly, it doesn't matter. Just miss. Miss the 90% accurate move. I love this game. It's a very good game. Alright, well. I have to lose 2 Pokemon here because of this fucking thing. Because I'm just gonna die to the Poison Tick plus Life Orb Tick. Yeah, because I miss. I guess. Just don't run Draco Meteor, forehead. Shut your bitch ass up. Shouldn't matter. It's just annoying. Yeah, it's honestly, it's just annoying. I'll be honest. Yeah, it's just irritating that had to be the fucking case, because of course that was the fucking case. I could trick this thing the Choice Scarf and have it stuck in Coil, but I don't think it's going to be using Coil. I think it's going to go for the Aqua Tail. Poison makes it a lot harder to 1v1 this thing pretty effectively. Didn't miss that time. So I'm not gaining health back from leftovers. I'm losing health because of the poison. It's offset a little bit, but still it's not great. Use Pain Split there because I want to play around the potential that he might have a full restore. So this will bring it in range where in tandem with the burn, Hex should be able to take it out. What's he got left? Kiram's down, Genesect is still in the back. Drapion. Well, I would have had Garchomp for this thing, but missing a Draco Meteor cost me Garchomp. So this thing just became a bit more of a pain in the ass to have to deal with now. Because this game is cringe, and I hate this game. Luckily, Scizor can still pretty effectively 1v1 this thing. No, I'm gonna win anyways, it doesn't matter. It's just, this fight just became 10 times more annoying. Also, he can fish for crits like that. Which is another problem of me fucking missing. So hope he doesn't get the crit. Not today, Satan. So yeah, now I have to do just basically shenanigans because of how bullshit this fucking situation became for no reason. This probably doesn't KO. All he has left is the Genesect. Alright. I don't know if the Genesect has, for example, a Focus Sash or anything. Get an attack boost. My special defense is quite high. Really? Got special attack boost anyways. Interesting. It's physical. There should be game. Unless it's got a Focus Sash. I'm not sure. Alright. That would have been a perfect fight, but, you know. I missed the fucking Draco, but whatever. Alright, so long, Satan. Yeah, you pissed off Arceus pretty badly there, bud. You pissed off the big llama. Alright. Bye-bye. Llama is not happy. Goodbye, Ketsus. Again. Well, Arceus lets you catch it, but whatever. Real? And this is how Looker... Well, I don't know if this is actually what happens, because Looker ends up in Gen 7. It's a little bit of a plot that they don't really talk much about. He is, technically speaking, not the same Looker from the game that you know. He's a different Looker. Now, what a beautiful beach. It looks like a resort. I wonder where that could be. Well, that's that done. They got their ass beat. Well, that's that for the two dorks. Anywho, YouTube. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Do all that good YouTube algo shit. You know how it is. In any case, gamers, remember to catch these live. Twitch.tv/Daharumba. You know how it is. Anywho. Peace out, gamers. Satan has been dealt with. Satan is gone. But yeah, I believe in order to get Arceus, we would just have to leave and come back. Which we were going to do anyways. All that's left is Herbert and Hilda. And we will be done with this game. We should have all the tools necessary to catch Arceus. We have the Azure Flute. That's all you need. Yeah, you have to end the quest line as well. End the quest line. But yeah, the team I built for that fight should have basically been perfect if I just don't miss Forehead. But then I missed Forehead, and it's just like, okay, well, cool. I missed. I love Pokemon. I love Pokemon! I love this game! Because if I don't miss the Draco Meteor and I just take out his Hydreigon instantly, I can just, like... What would he have brought in? He would have brought in some shitter. And then I have, like, the thing that can easily just take care of it. But whatever. Whatever! Where's the Volcarona? Let's end this damn quest line. There's 2 fights left, and then we're done with this game. 2 fights left. Sure, there's all the rematches, but I'm not going to do them. Oh, Cynthia lets you battle her again? Well, I'm not battling her again. Oh, hello. No. She'll stay the same. Right. The two developers are here. This is Drayano. This is Alphix cubed. There is technically... So there's those two fights, and then there's also Morimoto and Nishino. So it's Herbert and Hilda, Morimoto and Nishino, and Drayano and Alphix cubed are the other fights that remain. That's it. I guess we can just do those as well. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Do Herbert and Hilda. But yeah, they in the rematches, they don't change much at all. I mean, the gym leaders will have, like, stronger teams and whatnot, because guess what? It's post-game. But in terms of the Pokemon, not really. The teams for the Elite Four, they change a bunch. Like, Chantal, I believe, has a Giratina, for example. She has Giratina altered. And a bunch of the shitters change. Like, Iris will have a Rayquaza, but... Nah, who cares? And I believe there's not anywhere near as many fucking triple battles. It's mostly doubles and singles battles. Which I'm okay with. No more fucking triple battles. But all that's left is just... There's also PWT. And I'm not doing any PWT. PWT is essentially like the excuse for them to bring back literally every trainer that came into existence, every important trainer. You have Red, Blue, Cynthia, Steven, Wallace, every single gym leader of every single previous generation throughout 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You also have a bunch of different rivals. Well, the only rival is like Hugh. Hugh is also there. But Lance is there, and I think that's it. None of the Elite Four members. They don't appear. But yeah, it's all the gym leaders and previous champions. And Red. Red is also there. Nice. Alright. We'll do all those fights tomorrow. Because that's all that's left. It's just a bunch of fights. Just a bunch of fights. It'll be Alphix cubed. It'll be Drayano. And it'll be Nishino and Morimoto. Yeah, they won't be too hard. They will not be too difficult. Not too much to talk about. But yeah, it's 6 shitters. That's all that's left. Probably gonna make it a little bit more challenging on myself is what I'm going to do. Because Morimoto and Nishino are probably gonna be the easiest. And then Herbert and Hilda. I don't know, like, what teams Driano and Alfex are gonna have. Well, Driano's gonna have a Chandelure, that's for sure. Because his profile picture on Twitter is Lampent. I think his favorite Pokemon is Lampent, I think. So there will be a Chandelure. That's a guarantee. I don't know about Alfex Cubed. I know more about Driano. Although the two most prominent Driano is one of the most prominent hackers. The most prominent hacker is within the Pokemon community, I believe, are War and Kphonix. They are the two most prominent ones. Kphonix is the one, or was it War? I think it was. I think it was Kphonix who was the one that uncovered all of the animations within the game's code and posted a video of it. That I believe. So the Furret walking emote, that's and like the memes associated with that, that's all Kphonix. That's where it came from originally. People made memes with it and shit. Funnily enough, in the music from, if we're talking about the original meme, it's a town in this game, actually. Accumula Town. It's the music from Accumula Town with the Furret walking emote is where that meme comes from. So that's where the fucking Furret stride fucking thing comes from. Is that a little bit of lore, a little bit of history, you know? We love talking about history and stuff. Anywho. Let's talk about some topics, they sure. I just wanted to say this is really funny, coming from these two dipshits. Public corruption is a stain on our republic, and you know Elon Musk replying with 100. Didn't you just get let go from your special fucking position? You know, because of the fact that you were running an incredibly corrupt operation at Doge. I find this really, really funny from one of the most least aware human beings on the fucking planet. You know, like I said before, if there's a person who you should just be constantly cyberbullying for, you know, his absolute fucking skullduggery and tomfoolery, it's Elon fucking Musk. Never stop. Keep bullying him. He deserves it. Fuck him. Stupid piece of shit. Alright. The Pope's funeral. Did Trump not get the memo? Yeah, bro's asleep. He is asleep. Let's be honest. He's wearing a blue suit to a funeral where typically you're supposed to wear black. So, I guess there's that. Maybe I was feeling like a little bit of a maverick today and I just wanted to bring a blue suit. Think about it, folks. Think about it. But, you know, it's not really about the fact that he's wearing a blue suit, although that is funny. It's more so about this. So, we have, obviously, Zelensky was there. And all of the other European leaders and stuff. Bunch of world leaders went to the Pope. It turns out, guys, that there's a lot of Catholics that live around the world. Shocking, I know. So, what? We had some more, I suppose, negotiations going on between President Zelensky. Why don't we take a look at that? Ukraine negotiations, Vatican. Did any, like, new developments come out of here? What happened with the top? We'll hop on. Trump criticizes Zelensky after meeting at Vatican. Really? Trump and Zelensky meet one-on-one at Vatican Basilica to seek peace. Meeting was before the funeral of Pope Francis. Zelensky says discussion could prove historic. It was their first encounter since since J.D. Vance did his LARP shit show fest idiocy. After meeting, Trump takes tough tone in post about Putin. Ceasefire talks in Russian war. In Ukraine at critical phase. Wonder what the criticism was. Because again, here's like the thing, okay? Like, I don't know what Zelensky talked about. Because he's probably not going to say. I know that, like, because of, I think this was like a recent Truth Social post where Trump was just like, Putin, why did you attack? I don't like the fact that you attacked like that. Why aren't you listening to me, Putin? Right? What's the, Trump, Putin. There's a Truth Social post about this shit, right? He was, not very happy. Here we go. It's this shit. No matter what deal I make with respect to Russia-Ukraine, no matter how good it is, even if it's the greatest deal ever made, the failing New York Times will speak badly of it. So, here's the thing. None of your deals were good, okay? Let's be quite honest here. None of his deals were good. Neither side was ever going to agree to it because the Russians, like I said before, they have current strategic initiative and they think, like, with Trump in office, more than likely he'll get tired of supporting the Ukrainians and then, like, I think the most recent deal was what? There was going to be trade relations, sanctions relief, and a bunch of other stuff that was going to be given to Russia. But one of the things that the Russians are looking for the most is annexation of the territories that they conquered, even like part of the territories that the Ukrainians are still holding. That wasn't part of the deal, so it was a non-starter. The Ukrainians were never going to agree to it either because they want all the territory that they lost to be gained back. So, I've talked about this before. Every time there's a peace deal, it's always going to be a non-starter because neither side's ever going to agree to any terms. Ever. Little Peter Baker, that was the very biased and untalented writer of the Times, followed his editor's demands and wrote that Ukraine should get back territory, including, I suppose, Crimea, and other ridiculous requests. Those territories in the 1991 referendum voted to form the country of Ukraine. Get bent, it's in their constitution. You can, suck it up, buttercup. Like, cope? Cope? Like, cope. In order to stop the killing that is worse than anything since World War II. Why doesn't this lightweight reporter say that it was Obama who made it possible for Russia to steal Crimea from Ukraine without even a shot being fired? What are you talking about? What? I mean, this is just a complete revision of fucking history. No, there was plenty of shots being fired by the separatists, and the Russians took advantage of the chaos that was caused by, the civil war that started because of the Russians providing, equipment to the separatists and just marched into Crimea. Whoa, crazy. It was also little Peter who wrote an absolutely fawning, yet terribly written biography on Obama. It was a joke. Didn't Baker ever criticize the Obama Crimea giveaway? I do agree that, like, the Obama's response to the annexation of Crimea was pretty weak, to be quite honest. But, like, what are you, like, expecting to do? Like, I guess this is like the meme where it's just like, I gave the javelins to the Ukrainians, Obama just sent them beds and other medical supplies, didn't give them, like, anything at all. Sure, okay, you can sort of, you can quibble about those criticisms, okay? I don't think that's, like, silly to say from Trump. Obama's sort of response was very weak because, again, Obama, like every other Democrat before, is following the sort of Clintonite fucking agenda here, saying, like, oh, if the Russians invade Ukraine, just Let them bleed each other out. Fuck it. Who gives a shit? You know? And it's just like, that's a pretty wretched way of looking things. Thank you. Thank you, Hillary Clinton. Very, very cool that you suggested that. No, not once. Only Trump, and I've had nothing to do with this stupid war other than early on when I gave Ukraine javelins and Obama gave them sheets. This is Sleepy Joe Biden's war, not mine. The war started in 2014 and persisted and continued, the Civil War, during your presidency. Also, there's the Kurt Strait incident, which happened. This is about as much you being a part of the war as, guess what, Joe Biden also being a part of the war. Also, like, again, this is the fascist thing where he talks out of both sides of his mouth. He's claiming that this isn't his war, yet he shipped off weapons to the Ukrainians to fight the separatists. But he's also going to brag about giving the Ukrainians the Ukrainians weapons. What's going on here? You're talking out of both sides of your mouth. Like, this isn't your war, but it's also like you can say that be okay with like giving weapons and stuff. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. It was a loser from day one and should have never happened and wouldn't have happened if I were president at the time. In 2014? Or the invasion in 2022? No, I think it probably would have happened anyway. Cause like Trump doesn't think much of you, little bro. He doesn't think you're shit. I'm just trying to clean up the mess that was left to me by Obama and Biden, and what a mess it is. You're like, by giving the Russians a lot of the stuff that they want, but not everything that they want, so okay, whatever. With all that being said, there was no reason for Putin to be shooting missiles into civilian areas, cities and towns over the last few days. He's been doing that since the start of the war, just constantly shelling. Hey, fucking Marxist-Leninists, you complain about fucking Israel doing the same thing to the Palestinians, but not about when, like, Putin is also bombing the shit out of fucking different civilian areas and facilities necessary for civic society. Well, you know, double standards as always. God, he's so unaware as fuck about this. Well, yeah, like, because he's pro-Russian. But he doesn't know how to manage a war as well. Like, we saw this exact same response when, with Syria, right? Sarcasmatron goes over this in his video, right? About Donald Trump's wars. Don't let like any of these dipshits pretend and say that like that Trump has had no part to play in any wars. In comparison to Obama, drone strikes went up by 432%. He presided over a shadow war within Africa. This is true, from multiple drone bases in the western parts of Africa, in specifically Nigeria, as well as also his whiff-waffling on Syria. Because he wanted to pull out American troops and send them back in, and then pull them out and then send them back in constantly, because he wanted to get the oil and also to bomb ISIS. So Trump has about as much blood on his hands as any other fucking 21st century US president. It doesn't really matter. Not to mention the whole mess that he created as a result of Afghanistan. Afghanistan was also still happening under his tenure. You presided over that war as well. So, fuck out of here with this bullshit. Oh, not to mention also the bombing of Qasem Soleimani within the Iraqi airport, where you just like assassinated him. Well, you know, I have nothing to do with any of those wars. I have no idea what you're talking about. It makes me think that maybe he doesn't want to stop the war. He's just tapping me along and has to be dealt with differently through banking or secondary sanctions. Too many people are dying. You know, as much of like a blustering buffoon he is, you know, because he is a blustering buffoon, he's making to the final actual correct conclusion for once that Putin doesn't want to end it. Because why would he want to end it? Because he has current strategic initiative. Because of a lot of abstemiousness from the fucking Democrats. Oh, whoa, crazy. Whoa. Who would have thought that this thing could have happened? It's now just like a stupid fucking quagmire because of so many different fucking circumstances. Well, what's the Reuters article got to say? U.S. President Donald Trump and Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky in Rome. met one-on-one on a marble-lined Vatican Basilica on Saturday. Said the meeting could prove historic, and the White House spokesperson called it very productive. We might not have any ideas. The two leaders leaning in close to each other with no aides around them while seated in St. Peter's Basilica spoke for about 15 minutes. According to Zelensky's office, and images of the meeting released by Kiev and Washington, or Kiev and Washington, the meeting in the Vatican, their first encounter since J.D. Vance's LARP Fest in Washington in February, comes at a critical time in negotiations aimed at bringing an end to the fighting. After the funeral service, Trump boarded Air Force One and departed Rome. While in the air, he published that post that we just looked over. Let's see. Secondary sanctions. We've talked about this already. Following Trump's remarks, Republican U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham said the Senate is poised to move forward on bipartisan legislation that would impose trade sanctions on countries that purchase Russian oil, gas, and other products. Oh, great. So what? More sanctions on China? It'd also be like India. Would they do sanctions on Israel? Sanctions on Israel? I'm pretty sure Israel also buys Russian gas. They definitely buy Russian gas. And oil and other stuff. But yeah, what? Sanctions on India and China? I don't know if that's not really going to do much of anything, but India would never do sanctions on Israel. They're the biggest arms buyers. No. Not India doing sanctions on Israel because India buys Russian oil and gas. There's going to be sanctions on that, which means, by proxy, it's, sanctions on India, right? Senate stands ready to move in this direction if it does not embrace an honorable adjustment during peace. Trump's post was a departure from his usual rhetoric and tough criticism. On Telegram, Zelensky wrote, good meeting one-on-one. We managed to discuss a lot. We hope for a result from all the things that were spoken about. He said on the topics included the protections of the lives of our people, a complete and unconditional ceasefire, a reliable and lasting peace that will prevent a recurrence of war. So, maybe security guarantees, maybe NATO membership. I doubt that because with the Russians in Crimea, right, you need to have territorial integrity and also very low amounts of political corruption within the government. I know there has been crackdowns, and that's been worked on by Zelensky's administration, that there's been a significant crackdown on corruption within the Ukrainian government. So maybe, I don't think it's going to be NATO membership. Like, there's not going to be anything, like, Zelensky's not going to agree to any, thing that causes, like, reliable and lasting peace that will prevent a recurrence of war unless it's, American boots on the ground. And this is one of his points that he brought up earlier. It's like, if you literally gave us arms and all the stuff that we were asking for way fucking earlier and not fucking listen to, the sort of Clintonite sort of strategy of letting the Ukrainians and Russians bleed each other out, if you just gave us the arms and let us actually be able to fight the war with the Western equipment, we would have been able to probably push out the Russians. But, they didn't do that, so, this is the result. Do you think Kamala would have agreed to Ukraine and NATO membership? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Probably not. I don't think so. Because she probably would have been following the Biden playbook, more than likely, if I were to take a guess, given what we know now, which is the Clintonite playbook, which is just let them bleed each other out. But, In one photograph released by Zelensky's office, the Ukrainian and U.S. leaders sat opposite to each other in the Hall of Basilica. They're leaning into each other, no aides. Second photograph from the same location, Zelensky, Trump, and Keir Starmer and Emmanuel Macron were sitting in a tight huddle. Macron had his shoulder on Zelensky, or had his hand on Zelensky's shoulder. That's like that one image where, like, he only handshaked Zelensky and not Trump because everybody fucking hates Trump. Because he's a stupid blustering buffoon. After Zelensky and Trump met in the Basilica, the two men would join other world leaders and did the funeral service. Okay. Differences over territory. Trump has been praising both Moscow and Kyiv, or pressing to agree to a ceasefire and peace deal. He had previously warned his administration would walk away from its efforts to achieve a peace if the two sides don't agree on a deal soon. Okay. Who knows if that's even the case, but whatever. Round of shuttle diplomacy this week. Differences have emerged between the position of the Trump White House on peace talks and the stance on Ukraine and its European allies, according to documents from the talks obtained by Reuters. Okay. Washington is proposing a legal recognition that Crimea, the Ukrainian peninsula annexed by Russia, is Russian territory. Yep, that's the final sort of ceasefire, which the Ukrainians were just like, no, this is a non-starter. Also, differences in how quickly sanctions on Russia would be lifted if it were peace deal were signed, and the security guarantees, another thing that Ukraine had problems with. And yeah, how would they get financial compensation? That's another thing that the Ukrainians were also being promised, is financial compensation to help rebuild. How would that happen? Meh. Who knows? Had a rocky personal relationship at the Oval Office meeting. So gambling with World War III, that's the LARP shit show fest. Kiev has tried to repair relations, but the barbs continued. Yeah, because J.D. Vance is a fucking, like, troglodyte, but whatever. Has said Trump was trapped in a disinformation bubble that favored Moscow. True. Well, it's because, like, Trump doesn't actually really know much of anything, and he'll just listen to the idiots around him, and the idiots around him are trapped in a fucking disinformation bubble. So that's cool. The U.S. leader accused Zelensky of foot dragging on a peace deal and making inflammatory statements. Yeah, sure, man. But the two men need each other. Trump requires Zelensky to buy in, requires Zelensky's buy-in to achieve his stated ambition of bringing a swift peace between Russia and Ukraine, while Kiev needs Trump to pressure Moscow into diluting some of the more onerous conditions that has been set for a truce. At the Oval Office meeting in February, a reporter was present from a conservative U.S. network accused of the fucking Newsmax, News Nation idiot talked about, like, why are you wearing a suit? It's just like, I don't know. Why are you here asking stupid, dumb fucking questions? Like, okay, whatever, bro. Full-scale invasion 2022 has a skewed suit because he wants for military favors, showing solidarity for the countrymen fighting, which is the thing that's happened. But yeah, he just said it's just like it's dumb, right? Like it's whatever. In Rome on Saturday, Zelensky decided against the suit and wore a dark shirt button-up to the neck with no tie, and wore a dark military-style jacket over the top of that because, again, it's in World War II, so, you know, in World War II, literally, Winston Churchill did the exact same shit. He just wore military garb to show solidarity with the soldiers. It's political. He said, if the war ends, I'll wear a nicer suit than yours. That's good. That's good. That's a good response. I mean, he's a comedian. He'll be quippy and smart about it. But yeah, we don't really know many of the details about what was the talk, right? Like, where we can only go off of that one quote, right? Protection of the lives of our people, a complete unconditional ceasefire, a reliable and lasting peace that will prevent the recurrence of war. The only way that this is now going to be possible is, like I said, there has to be boots on the ground from the U.S. The Russians aren't going to try shit if there's U.S. soldiers there. So, guess what? Literally, this is the worst case scenario for fucking everyone, right? The U.S. didn't want to put any troops probably in Ukraine at all, and now it seems like it's probably going to be an inevitability that troops are going to have to go. They're going to have to be there in order to ensure that the Russians don't invade again. Because that's the only deterrent for the Russians not invading again. No fucking Minsk 4. Minsk 4 is not going to fucking work, okay? The Russians have broken every other Minsk Accord agreement. The 3 other ones meant fucking nothing. They've broken them, and it led to the invasion. If Biden didn't waffle like he did, this would have been over a year ago. Blame Hillary Clinton. Because this is the shit that she said. Let them bleed each other out, quite literally. And I mean, you know, if it wasn't for, like, Trump's idiotic bluster. Because, if he wanted to look good, he could have just sent all the weapons. Because also the Ukrainians were asking for weapons during the Civil War. Obviously. But, you know, it was Joe Biden. We know from reporting that Joe Biden was the main dude who was forcing the Europeans to basically tell the Ukrainians to put in a ton of, like, sort of arbitrary standards for the Ukrainians to follow to make sure that they have Western weaponry. This is all Joe Biden's fault. Quite literally, because he was following the stupid Clintonite playbook of, if there is an invasion, let them bleed each other out. So, whatever. I guess, like, all the dumbass fucking bullshit that, like, those international fucking, what is it, realist types like John Mearsheimer ended up being fucking correct, because I think that's, like, stuff that they've also been saying before. But, you know, nice meme. Very cool. Very good. Doesn't really change the fact that those dumbasses are all fucking pro-Russia, so, whatever. Yeah, we'll see what happens, right? We can only just wait and sort of tell what the fuck's gonna happen, what's gonna play out, what's gonna happen. Yeah, it's just unfortunate that it ended up having to be quite literally the worst case scenario because of Western fucking abstemiousness. Thing that I fucking commented on before. It just sucks. It's quite literally the worst case scenario just ended up playing out. What can you do? Bop, bop, bop. All right, continuing on the train of making fun of Democrats. One of my favorite things to do is shitting on liberals. I love shitting on liberals. Although I shit on fucking conservatives more because they're worse. But David Hogg, I believe recently he was, elected one of the vice chairs of the DNC. Pretty fucking crazy, right? That he's really young, you know, and as gerontocratic as the fucking Democratic Party is. I remember his whole shtick was the Parkland shooting. Yeah, he's one of the survivors, and he was one of the ones pushing hard, like constantly going to Washington and petitioning, right? And he's continuing his sort of like political advocacy. And if I recall correctly, right? Let's see. David Hogg recently was talking about how, dude, what I will literally provide funds to oust and primary fucking long time like do nothing Democrats, which based, actually based, because he's correct, objectively speaking. But guess what? The powers that be within the Democratic Party, they hate you, obviously. They despise everything that you do. And we're having the new DNC chair, Ken Martin, is expected to unveil a proposal tomorrow that will require DNC officers to remain neutral in all primaries, complicating David Hogg's plan to primary longtime Dems. Comes as Dems remain furious at Hogg. I mean, like, are you people for real? Like, seriously, all these like stupid gerontocratic dumb fucks who are just saying like, we're just gonna sit here and die, quite literally making the entirety of the country be worse and fucking more of a victim to be taken over by the fucking fascists because like, it's not your time to do stuff like that. Like what are we even supposed to fucking say here? What even does this article say? What do we have here? DNC leadership is planning to expand its non-endorsement policy to all elections. Members will hear from Chair Ken Martin on Thursday afternoon, as many remain furious with Vice Chair David Hogg's plan to support primary challenges. The only correct thing to do. Didn't he say that he actually might just completely upturn the fucking DNC if they go through with this? He's just like, no, fuck this, I don't care. You know, which would be based. Week after DNC vice chair unveiled a controversial plan. It's not, but whatever. This has been stuff that's been fucking proposed by like Justice Democrats for like forever. David Hogg's just doing the same thing. To back primary challenges to longtime party incumbents. Anger at the activist turned Democratic leader is only intensifying among party officials. These Democratic critics say their fury at Hogg has grown amid what they see as ill-conceived and insufficient efforts to make amends for his planned primary campaign, a campaign that they say threatens the DNC's neutrality and its capacity to fight back against Donald Trump. Yeah, man, because the RNC is definitely not well known for not following the whims of the fucking head of the fucking party, that being, Donald fucking Trump. So, okay, sure, man. Some Democrats have even said the DNC should consider changing its rules to force Hogg to resign as vice chair or ban the campaign. It's fucking crazy, bro. The tension is expected to spill over during a regularly scheduled DNC call for DNC members, a meeting that some Democratic officials suggest might turn into a forum of airing grievances about Hogg's anti-incumbent pledge. God, these gerontocratic fucking dumb fucks. They're literally gonna kill us all. It's all these like stupid old dumb motherfuckers. This is why I am an ageist, because of the Democratic Party. This is why I fucking have a hatred for these snooty, dumb fucking old people. I hate all of them. During that call, the DNC's chair, Ken Martin, is expected to unveil a multi-point agenda that would include a proposal mandating all DNC officers stay neutral in all primaries, according to a senior official. The proposal would expand on the current neutrality pledge, which now only includes the presidential race. Wait, the DNC doesn't even support particular primary? That's fucking crazy. What does stay neutral even mean? Basically, don't support anyone and just secretly give money to the fucking incumbent anyways, because that's what they do all the time, right? Yeah, don't be woke, pretty much. If adopted, the proposal would effectively force Hogg to choose between staying in his role at the DNC and backing primary challenges against incumbent Democratic lawmakers. Martin DNC officers hammered out the change to the neutrality pledge, and the rest of the plan had their retreat at the end of last month. Hogg, the senior DNC official, actively participated in the meeting and chimed in on many of the reforms, but Hogg said nothing in response to the other officers when it came to the neutrality agreement, this official said. 3 weeks after the retreat, Hogg went public with his plan to challenge primary candidates. Oh, so the proposal happened before. So they knew about this before, it just wasn't public, and they want to fucking nip it in the bud before it gets, the train gets going. Nice fucking meme. DNC official emphasized that Martin's plan to expand the DNC leaders' neutrality came well before they knew of Hogg's plan. Cap, I don't believe them, but it would address the festering anger towards the vice chair. Some Democrats clearly want Hogg gone, I guess, because they're trying to get rid of... because he's doing the objectively correct thing and getting rid of all these stupid old dumb fucks. You've got to ask yourself, can we trust them? Said Clay Middleton, a DNC committee member and a senior advisor to the DNC's former chair, Jamie Harrison. When you're a National Party officer and you're talking with Peter Pill within the party, especially if you're strategizing and planning and talking about sensitive information, what information do you share with someone that hasn't signed the pledge to be neutral? Are you willing, are they sharing that information with people to go against an incumbent Democrat? Well, here's the fucking thing. Guess what's popular? People want to get rid of all these stupid, dumb fucking, cowardly, incumbent fucking Democrats. This is broadly popular. The zeitgeist, the broader sort of bully pulpit, is on David Hogg's side. People want to get rid of all these sniveling fucking incumbent dumb fucks who just sit there on their fucking asses and just do fucking nothing. But okay, dude. We just want to do everything possible to make sure that we lose. That's cool. Great. Jay Jacobs, chair of the New York State Democratic Party. Oh boy, the New York State Democratic Party. Said Hogg's move is not just misguided, but a conflict of interest with the vice chair's role. Huh? What are you fucking talking about? The purpose of the DNC is to do any fucking strategy fucking possible in order to win. This would be a strategy to win. Because you know what this would signal to the American people? That the Democrats are willing to fight. But no. We have to do everything possible to not fight. It's actually fucking crazy. You cannot at the same time be a vice chair that is there to support the party and support Democratic elected official and be a part of an effort to unseat those very same Democratic elected official. Yeah, they would be unseated by people who are actively more aggressive and more willing to do something, which is what everybody wants you to do. Do something. Not have these stupid gerontocratic fucking stupid old people sitting on their asses doing nothing. Keep in mind, literally, you are the same people who said to Chuck Schumer to vote no on fucking culture to the fucking budget proposal bill, and that dumbass Schumer was just like, you know what? No, we're just going to actually go along with it because we don't want to win and we hate ourselves. Any instance of where we can exercise power, we're just not going to do that. Nice fucking meme. Even though literally everyone in the party was saying, like, don't do this. don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. And Schumer just goes ahead and does it. It's like, okay, bro. Nice meme. Dems want to maintain their hierarchy. And that's what it all is truly in the end. Which is why I say that all these fucking neoliberal dumb fucks, they aren't actually fucking liberals. They're just conservatives. All about maintenance of control and fucking hierarchy. That's it. They're the ones on top and they want to maintain that. That's all the only fucking point. Privately, Democrats offer even more scathing assessments, saying Hogg either must back down from his effort to step down from the DNC. Cope. Massive fucking cope. Actually. And we've got a lot of problems now. And now an elected office of the DNC is creating new ones. Really? He's proposing the thing that'll save the Democratic Party. But you want to be like, no. And at the end of the day, DNC leadership should be building trust, not threatening or eroding it. Trust with who? With who exactly? What do you mean? With all these, like, stupid, dumb fucking gerontocratic fucking pieces of shit? Fuck out of here. Fuck those people. APAC? Let's be honest. That's actually, it's all about capital. The official who likened Hogg's anti-incumbent campaign to a middle finger to everyone who helped rebuild trust in the DNC following the controversial 2016 Democratic presidential primary, said he expects party officials and DNC members eventually move to push out Hogg out of his role as vice chair, though this person acknowledged they didn't know any concrete effort to do so. Yeah, sure. You know, he's proposing something that is, broadly speaking, very popular, would be very popular amongst the Democratic constituencies, and you're the people who are going to fucking break that trust again. And again and again and again. It's all about maintaining hierarchy. That's all that matters. This is probably the reason, the same reason Ben Wickler got fucked over for chair. Oh, was he also being, like, talking about anti-incumbency? Which is the one, which he is correct about. If there is one thing that will save the Democratic Party, it will be an anti-incumbency fucking bias. Because guess what? Why are all these, like, stupid fucking dumb fuck liberals losing their fucking seats? Oh, anti-incumbency. Crazy. And Ben Wickler wanted to play into that, saying, like, we could make political advantage of this. But nope. No. The ongoing frustration with Hogg is indicative of just how much anger he provoked when he announced his anti-incumbent plan last week. Hogg said he would back a $20 million campaign through his PAC, Leaders We Deserve, targeting longtime Democratic incumbents. Based, that declaration appears at odds with his role as vice chair of the DNC, an organization dedicated to helping Democrats win general elections against Republicans. Now this is a little telling, this phrase right here. Now, broadly speaking, what have we just covered before? We've been talking about the anti-incumbency bonus that generally exists nowadays throughout fucking politics. Now, this is not as pronounced, generally speaking, in, say, a lot of Senate races, in a lot of, like, state and local races, generally speaking. There, it's a more, like, sort of varied for as to, like, what's going on. I mean, it's mostly just, like, low participation of anything. But this is the actual tell right here. These people don't actually care about winning general elections against Republicans, because if you cared about winning general elections against Republicans, you would get fresh, new fucking blood, which is what everyone is fucking asking for. Broadly, what do you need to win elections? You need votes. What are people asking for? For you people to do something and bring in fresh, new ideas and people into these seats. That is what they want. They want fighters, and you're saying, like, well, what if we just not fight? And it's just like, oh, great. Fantastic. Fantastic. Excellent. Stupid. It's actually fucking stupid, these people. As for a response to the continuing criticism, Martin reiterated a statement he issued last week calling Hogg a passionate advocate, but restating that it's the DNC's longstanding position that primary voters, not the National Party, determine their Democratic candidates for the general election. Very, very funny. Hilarious. So he's not officially called for any action against Hogg. Hogg tried to mollify criticism last week when he said his group would donate $100,000 to the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, the DCCC, the political entity responsible for electing House Democrats in battleground districts. which is the correct thing to do. I know AOC does that all the time, and I know all these like sniveling morons complain about that all the fucking time. But unfortunately, those battleground districts, guess what? Given how close the margins are, those are what matter the most. But that peace offering failed to mollify his critics. As one former DNC official put it, the DCCC might have to spend $100,000 or more defending incumbents from just one of Hogg's challenges. Why? Like, why? Are you people for real? That's actually insane. Gerontocracy. We love the gerontocracy. Great. Other Democratic leaders agreed that Hogg should face an ultimatum. Great. Lovely. Has to decide whether he wants to be in the tent or outside the tent. Yeah, he is in the tent. Broadly speaking, everyone in the fucking tent wants to get rid of all the dumb fucks, but you people want to just maintain the hierarchy. You're just mad that fucking people are fucking challenging your power. That's really all that it is. It's like fucking monarchy. Jesus. What Hogg is doing, some DNC members argue, goes beyond an endorsement or a contribution to a candidate like others have done in the past. Even members who support Hogg's actions said he shouldn't take part in them while serving the DNC in an official capacity. Really? That's not what I'm seeing. That's not what I'm seeing. That's not what I'm seeing. Someone who's running. As a voting DNC member, I oppose this rule and will continue to support David Hogg in his work. I'm an older voter, and I, too, want David Hogg to clean house. Very cool. Very good. Fantastic. Very good. And then we have, like, all the, like, DNC shills deciding to be like, That's funny. Very good. Fantastic. Fucking blue check liberals. Imagine fucking being a liberal and having a blue check. Actually cringe. My position annoys everybody. I agree with what he's doing. I don't agree with his usage of the vice chair title. Like, why the fuck does it matter? That's actually fucking dumb, bro. It's just like, I'm just upset. I don't think he should do that. Bro, fuck off, man. Hogg rose to prominence as a high school student. Stoneman Douglas. Yep, fucking the school shooting. 2024 with $12 million, leaders were reserved backed one House candidate, now Representative Sarah McBride, of the 11th state legislative candidates they supported, 3-1. Hogg, in an interview with Notice earlier this month, said his group would use a combination of factors to determine what sitting House members should be primaried. A memo announcing the initiative obtained by Notice said the group would primary out-of-touch, ineffective House Democrats in solid blue seats based, not frontline districts, who are failing to meet the moment. And this is the fucking real thing, okay? This is the exact same strategy as Justice Democrats. That's it. I wonder if he's supporting Kat. Well, I mean, here's the thing. With Kat Abu Ghazala, her situation's a little different because the incumbent is retiring. It's been confirmed. She has even said herself that she's retiring. And to be honest, I don't think that would probably fall within, I assume, whatever factors David Hogg is considering. Because she's, like, I even covered before. I don't remember her name, but that Democrat, she wasn't bad. Like, for a Democrat, she was pretty fucking decent. But it's open season, right? So might as well run fucking YOLO swag, right? So we're not going to look at somebody and just be like, well, this person is above a certain age. They shouldn't be there. That is not what we're doing, Hogg said. What we are doing is this person truly fun-eating? And if they've been there for decades, do they deserve to continue to be there? Now, we all know about, like, that dumbass fucking stupid bitch from California senator, Jan Sikowski. Yes, that's who's retiring. Thank you, Boyd and Smitty. Dianne Feinstein. That fucking stupid idiot. God, she fucking sucks. She's actually the fucking worst. But she's dead now, I think. Is she dead? Is Dianne... Feinstein still alive? No, she died. Thank God. Fuck her. She sucks. Very good. We love that. As for the challengers, they must be under 35 and have, as Hogg said, the ferocity, the energy, the passion, and the grit to push the party forward. Based. The division in our party isn't so much between the center and the left. Hogg said, it's do you want to or what? It's do you want to fight or do you want to roll over and die? Real and true. There are 56 House Democrats in the House, ages 70 or older. There are only 30 Republicans in that same age group. Here's the thing, yeah. Republicans are totally willing to just replace people who are older because, again, they fundamentally care about power. The Democrats do not. Jesus, Dems are a gerontocracy. Yep. They sure are. I fucking hate them. Hate them so much. Trudeau, I believe, is one of our youngest serving members. Yeah, he's one of the young. He was one of the youngest prime ministers. Carney's obviously he's pretty old, but like he's not that old. I think, right? Mark Carney, H. 60. He's 60. What was Justin Trudeau's age? Right, he's like in his 50s, right? Yeah, 50. He got into power at like 43 in his 40s. Yeah, generally speaking, it's pretty young. Pretty young. That gap became even more apparent earlier this month when House Republicans were narrowly able to move forward on their budget bill with 2 Republican defections, which was only possible because 3 Democrats elected in November weren't present for the vote. 2 Democratic seats are currently empty. Former reps Raul Grijalva and Sylvester Turner both died earlier this year. And a representative, Donald Norcross, was also absent following a medical incident, which his office said will require extended recovery. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Well, down with the gerontocracy. I hate the old people. Like, this is over, this would be about a quarter of Democrats that are currently serving are just a bunch of stupid old dumb fucks. So, obviously, the only reason why the fucking DNC is doing this shit is fairly obvious. They only care about maintenance of hierarchy and control, yada yada, postscript on the, societies of control by Deleuze and Guattari, blah, 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 blah. I've said this before. They only care about maintaining their own power. That's all that these dumbasses fucking care about, and they don't care if any of you people fucking suffer for it. In fact, they prefer if you suffer for it. It's like the literal fucking Simpsons meme. We don't know how to govern, and we just suck. Woo! Whenever it's like the DNC is like playing or whatever, it's literally that fucking meme. But whatever. If they get rid of David Hogg, like has been said before, it's just going to be another knife in the back of fucking young people who are going to go more and more to the fucking Republicans because they just hate the Democrats more and think they're fucking losers. Or just not go out and vote for the Democrats. So, nice meme. Fantastic as always by these stupid gerontocratic fucking stupid dumb fucks. I hate these old people. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. Nice. Asmongold is officially North America's most watched streamer so far in 2025. Oh boy. More hours than fucking Kai Cenat and I show speed. Great. Fantastic. Very cool and very good. Alright. Who are we raiding into today? Who will be cringing into today? What time is that? 10:30. What the? What the glurm? Why don't we raid into Red Hom? You got a nice meme for next stream. Oh boy. Alright, idiots. Raid messages. You know what to do, you know what to say, as always. Transstride with the Daho raid buff. If you're a sub, if you're a non-sub, you do the wow we. That's how we show appreciation. Those are into any case gamers. I will be back tomorrow and we will finally be finishing up with Volt White 2, and then I can take a break from playing Pokemon games because I want to take a break from playing Pokemon games. I want to take a break! I want to play with the girls. I'm going to take a break. This is what I'm going to do. Anywho, it's just going to be some more fights that we're going to get done with. That's really all there is to it. Anywho, I'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place, same face. Peace out, gamers.